Throwing on first down is Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. Powering his way forward. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He finds Coleman, and he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On the ground, it's Riddick. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run. A shotgun snap for Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 28. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Back to throw, Stafford. Alex Anzalone in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Throwing is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, the 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Anzalone bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on second down at Stafford. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Ginn. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19. First down, Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jarrett Davis in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Breeze to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 52 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game. And he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On first down at Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. To throw is Stafford. Dancing to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Stafford now to throw. Finding fouls complete. 18 yards there and a 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jones as the 1st half is winding down, and the Lions add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side. No,
not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spins by. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. New Orleans offense working its way back out there. As we look at them ahead to 2018, as that wound to the end of 2017 continues to heal, Charles, they're going to have Kamara, Ingram, Thomas. If they have Breeze back at quarterback, this should be an excellent squad again.
It certainly should, and frankly, if the offensive line comes back healthy and intact, that's another big win for them, especially with their 2 tackles. Teron Armstead at left tackle. Ryan Ramczyk, who was a rookie last season at right tackle. They are loaded going forward. If they can get a real playmaker at tight end, that might be the last piece. And if that happens, I'd hate to be a defensive coordinator trying to game plan for them.
Final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, here's Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
Brandon Coleman, touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Coleman, 51 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, Stafford. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second and 10, Stafford again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. This is Riddick on the screen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And, yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a 1st down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Finding some room at midfield. There goes Mark Ingram. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, 62 yards. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Craig Robertson in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. It only took Stafford 90 games to hit 25,000 yards in his career, fastest ever, and he adds to that yardage total there.
I'm not sure anyone in the league has a more confident arm than Matthew Stafford does. He can wait until they're actually open before delivering, as opposed to anticipating them being open because of the strength of his arm, and he doesn't mind showing it off.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Hard throw, incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Jim Caldwell's guys cannot come through there on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Sean Robinson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. On 2nd down, Ingram. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Back now at Ford Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they weren't on the sideline.
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna grab the bong.
But I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them.
Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon. We've seen a sloppy play game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times.
I fuck with these gray jerseys, though. Gray blue, I like them.
It's not very good.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
Okay.
Under heavy rush, and down he goes.
Okay.
Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
I turned the audio on in the broadcast. Let me see if I can hear myself.
On second down, here's Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he connects with Ebron. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Oh, there I am.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Pick 6.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jared Davis in there to drop it. And it'll be a loss of about 8.
Tried to make it fumble it, but it didn't work.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. He'll air this one toward Coleman.
Oh.
And both guys were there when it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
It's about time they quit robbing you and fucking give you something.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze.
Ooh, got him.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here it is. Oh!
Boy,
wow.
Like he had it and dropped it. Boy, possession here
You
turns
did have
over
it.
with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Stafford on 1st down.
Whoa!
Rifles one incomplete.
That was,
Not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Getting late in the 4th now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Lions on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10.
Oh.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try.
I did this on purpose.
It's a 39-yard attempt right
I want to
hash.
see if you can come back.
And Prater's not going to get this one. Missed it. No good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first
a little
down,
more
but
accurate.
couldn't
He would have
connect.
stayed right there. It'd have been
Even though that one
perfect.
was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Davis.
On first down, Breeze.
Got it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jared Davis in there to
All right,
take
Davis.
him down. And the clock
Let's get number
will
3,
roll.
baby.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Breeze hands to Ingram.
Oh,
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And they're going to face a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams of long yard...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Paul Warlow in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. Now Breeze got to have this.
oh.
And he's going to go down again.
Warlow.
Paul Warlow in there to get him for his second sack of the night. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
Jones Jr. touchdown.
Stafford going to throw it. Oh, incomplete.
What a bad ball.
A
He's
turnover
going
would have
up.
really helped there. Almost intercepted.
Whoa.
Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this.
Right,
Fourth
right.
quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Stafford. Rolling to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th
Get
down,
one
sometimes
man.
you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
On first down, it's Stafford. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this looks to probably be the final play. Throwing here, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings
Good
him
game.
down. Stafford is sacked. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on
Definitely.
offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean,
Right.
what a game.